hello, and welcome to another edition of 907 Sports, where it is all Alaska all the time. Jordan Rodenberger joined by Tyler Lane as we're in peak summer form here. Beautiful day in the South Central, which leads me, Tyler, any summer highlights or things you do wish to do as the summer continues here?
A little more fishing, potentially. You guys will be seeing that here soon. Get more involved, I'd say, in the outdoor sports.
Yeah.
I know going out and playing some rugby potentially. We'll see.
Yes.
You know, who knows? You know, I don't know.
Community there.
I gotta stay in shape somehow, right?
Exactly.
Clearly.
Yeah. So, and if you are going to go fishing, soon would be a good time. Now is a great time with the fish numbers coming into Kenai, which we'll look at in a little bit. But of course, summer, so we're going to be talking fishing and baseball as well as some soccer, because we have one of Alaska's very own competing in the MLS All-Star Game, which will be later tonight. And of course, I'm talking about Obed Vargas, who may have already solidified himself as Alaska's top soccer player of all time.
Potentially. I mean, think about just what he's accomplished in this calendar month, in this calendar year, excuse me. I mean, from appearances on the All-Star team, this, meeting some of his favorite players, competing against PSG in that tournament that the Sounders were in just recently with the FIFA World Cup. I mean, that is something that I don't think many athletes from here can say that they've been able to do, and let alone it's going to be hard for someone to top.
And it all started, what we're following along, when he was 15 years old, making his debut for the MLS Sounders. You see him scoring a goal here. That's his second of the season. And, you know, the numbers don't jump off the page, but definitely a well-deserved all-star nod there. Actually selected by one of the coaches of Austin FC. So the all-star coach selected him of all the talented athletes. 19 years old, still checking off some amazing accolades. And we do get to hear his reaction to being named an all-star, and then also from his head coach about just the type of player Obed is and provides to the team.
Yeah, I'm proud, obviously, to be there, to be recognized, but I mean, for me, the most important thing is like the team, that the team does well. I wasn't like, oh, I want to be an all-star or anything like that. I mean, if it happens, great. But the most important thing for me is, you know, keep doing things well with my team, and, you know, the rest will come. Just enjoy, see, you know, new faces, new teammates, see how guys carry themselves around the league would be a good experience for me.
Well, for the tacticians, you know, he's versatile in different spots. He can play a little deeper. His actual runs from a deeper position are very effective. I mean, there's a lot of simple things to his game that people appreciate, and it helps the team go forward. Then, because we can't forget about the defending side of things, he and Christian cover a lot of ground. So defensively, he does a good job. I mean, that's a big reason for our success.
Obed Vargas, a product of the Cook Inlet Soccer Club in Anchorage, has come a long way in his short career. We're still excited to see how the rest of it plays out, including, you know, his national team appearances coming up, as he did make his debut with Mexico. So now we may see him in more international competition as well in All-Star Game tonight.
And I think the biggest thing when this news first came out, you were still hearing him, you know, his focus, as cool as this is on the individual side, he's still focusing on team performances and playing with the Sounder and getting this team to a championship potentially down the line. I mean, I think that just speaks on what kind of kid this guy is. He is definitely more team focused than the individual side. Although, you know, clearly the individual awards keep racking up for him.
Right, and when he was talking to media before the All-Star break and after he was named an All-Star, they were asking about the skills competitions and the stuff surrounded it. He's like, I'm not really interested in that. And then saw highlights of him participating in that skills challenge and helping MLS take that victory. So ended up helping out there anyway. So excited to see if he gets any minutes. You know, we'll see. Well, he's also on a team with a guy named Lionel Messi. I don't know if you've heard of him. So they're teammates tonight, which is pretty awesome to say. An Alaskan's going to be teammates with Messi tonight. MLS All-Star Game starts at 5 Alaska time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and I was still in Florida when Messi decided to come to Miami, and just seeing what that did for the league. So seeing an Alaskan play in that group and play alongside of one of the best literally ever in the game of football, soccer, whatever you call it, it's truly incredible.
Absolutely, and so that MLS season is about midway through of that now, while the Alaska baseball seasons are starting to wind up. The Gold Panthers played their final game in Alaska, while the Alaska Baseball League will crown a champion tonight. Definitely looking forward to that anticipated matchup between the Mat-Su Miners and the Anchorage Bucks for Game 3.
Yeah, the season here to stay, at least for one more night. The Anchorage Bucks pulling out a must-win game in the Valley yesterday. They're not in the top of the World Series at a game apiece, and really a different story from the duels that we've seen between Anchorage and Mat-Su this season. Jordan, I don't know if you remember that game just a week ago where the Bucks had that lead going into the 7th, and then literally 2 innings later, it's a run rule fest. Like, this is a lineup that the Bucks have struggled to keep down, and yesterday they finally did it. 5 strikeouts on the mound from Arizona State's Eli Buxton, a big performance in his last appearance of the summer, and one that has his guys a game away now from the title.
We're all trying to just come out here and win this championship for Anchorage, and it's been so much fun. This is one of the best summers of my life. Love the coaching staff, love all these players. So I just wanted to have fun for my last time pitching out here in Alaska. So that was the whole time I was thinking on the mound, just have fun, compete.
Yep, Game 3 coming tonight. Herman Brothers Field, 6 o'clock first pitch. So last chance, if you haven't seen a game this season, go out. It's going to be a packed house. Once again, it's going to be a really fun time.
Yes, and if you do miss it, of course, we'll have highlights, sound bites, all that good stuff in the late edition tonight. So be sure to tune into that as we kind of say goodbye to the Alaska baseball season for this year. It's kind of sad because that kind of signs of towards the end of the summer season, but also there's good things that come with that. The berry picking starts picking up. The fishing definitely starts picking up. And just last week we were kind of tracking in how the sockeye salmon, flow was looking this year, and we're able to talk with some experts and kind of learn more about what the sockeye run is looking like, specifically in the Kenai area after what we saw a decent king salmon fishing season after, especially compared to what we've seen in years past. But so here's checking out this week's fishing report. It's about that time of the season
when the fish are in. We're off our couch, we're out on the water.
Where anglers turn their attentions from hooking Chinooks.
There you go. There is a king.
To reeling in reds.
Keep tension, and I want you to lift now.
It's been a good year this year for the number of returning kings to Ship Creek. We're excited to say we've got over 1,000 kings, adult returners in the creek as of right now. It's exciting for us because last year it was a little bit more of a challenge for us to meet our broodstock goals.
While you may see increased traffic on the way to the peninsula this weekend, with more than 200,000 sockeye salmon counted on the Kenai River sonar within 2 days.
That's good news. That's going to get a lot of people out. They're going to go dip netting. They're going to go take their rod and reel down there, and they're going to go target some sockeye with the hopes of filling their freezer.
As the Kenai beach is expected to be littered with anglers, dip nets, and sockeyes.
We hope it's a really good experience for them, that they're able to get down there and get what they need. Couple reminders that you want to keep in mind. Dip netting is only open to Alaska residents. A permit is required, as well as a sport fishing license for folks who do require one.
But if dip netting is not your style, the Silvers have hit Ship Creek. Bird Creek officially opened this week, while local lakes have been freshly stocked with rainbow trout.
It's going to be a good weekend. We hope everybody's safe, has fun, and fills their freezer.
And I just got my dip netting permit today, actually, so I'm excited to get down to Kenai, get in on the action. I had a chance to see a little bit of that last week for a rugby tournament they were doing, featuring dip nets actually as the goalpost. You might have seen that on our website. Charlie Fellows, thank you for that. But truly just a massive scene. It's truly, it really impressed me just how many people. That was the first time I had seen how big the fishing scene is here, and especially with now the salmon run starting to come in, it really caught me off guard. I think I was just walking around, I was just seeing like oh, there's a salmon there and a salmon. Oh wow, it just keeps going.
Yes, 100%. And in that fish report, we're getting excited. Like there was like 100,000 for a couple days there, and that like once you see those 6 figures, that's when you really know things picking up. So we're all excited, like 100,000, and then this week we're seeing more than 200,000 in one day entering the stream. So still plenty of time to get out there and get your limit, fill the freezer and all that stuff, good stuff. So good luck to you out there, and I'm expecting a couple fillets here and there, nothing too crazy.
I'll see what I can bring you.
Awesome. Well, that will do it for this week's edition of 907 Sports, but we appreciate you tuning in as always. Maybe next week we'll talk about some NFL training camp and the Alaskans participating as that kicks off and gets going. But for now, we'll catch you next time.